we have new inductees to the Hall of Fame, sponsored by fellow Hall of Fame inductee Afterpay. Please welcome Kira McGowan, VP Customer Science and Strategy, Afterpay, to the stage to present this prestigious award.
I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Afterpay to announce the Hall of Fame inductee. And the winner is Simon Kant from Reinventure Group.
Simon is away in America at the moment, and accepting the award on his behalf is Rebecca Shotguppy. I'm just going to say a little bit about why Simon's our inductee in the Hall of Fame this year. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what the Hall of Fame is and why we have it. Last year, the Board of FinTech Australia decided it was time for a Hall of Fame for our industry. We'd reached the level of maturity and had so many incredible companies and individuals contributing not just to their own success, but to the success of the entire sector for all of our benefits. We were very pleased last year to induct Afterpay and Airwallex as our first Hall of Fame members. And this year, we are equally as delighted to induct our first ever individual to the Hall of Fame. Simon's made quite a significant contribution to this industry over the years. Way back in 2014, he and Danny Gilligan started talking about a particular type of new venture capital in Australia, a CVC backed by major banks. Their decision triggered all the other major banks to follow suit and created a cornerstone of investment for a lot of companies in the industry. At the same time, Simon was presenting in Canberra to audiences, including Malcolm Turnbull, about the importance of FinTech and the future for the country that was existing in the FinTech industry. This then led to the focus on innovation that followed. In 2015 and 2016, Simon continued to lobby, particularly the then Treasurer Scott Morrison, about the need for appropriate regulation and the continued possibilities of FinTech. This work led to initiatives like consumer data right, equity crowdfunding, comprehensive credit reporting, and a lot more. In 2016 also, Simon set about being one of the founding members of FinTech Australia. FinTech had arrived as a concept, and with it so had its peak advocacy body. A lot of us in this room today are operating in an environment that includes a growing investment landscape and robust and appropriate regulation. And a lot of that work had its foundation with the work that Simon Kant did. So I'm personally very grateful, and I think that his work has touched us all. And for that reason, I am delighted to welcome Simon Kant to the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simone. I'm deeply honoured to receive this award. I think we have an incredible FinTech ecosystem in Australia, and there are a few better examples than Airwallex and Afterpay, which stand as global icons of FinTech disruption and role models for the next wave of Australian entrepreneurs who now know that they can play and win on a global stage. You see, it's the entrepreneurs that we started FinTech Australia for. Elon Musk famously said, running a startup is like chewing glass and staring into the abyss. Well, I want to honour everybody in this room that has chosen to make that absurd and yet courageous choice to start a FinTech. As early cheerleaders in this space, we felt it was incumbent on us to build infrastructure. My partner Danny was integral in the establishment of Stone and Chalk, and while I did pitch to Australian politicians to get FinTech onto the national agenda, it was ultimately a team effort that has brought FinTech Australia to life and continues to grow it to this day. And in particular, I want to call out Danny Elcito and that original board who brought the organisation together. and also Rebecca and Simone and the new board and team, which has really grown it to an entirely new level in the last couple of years. So thank you again for this honour. I'm very touched. Have a great night, I'm sure you will, and I look forward to seeing you all in the near future.